Today, I'm critiquing the most beautiful home in Sayulita, and then I'm gonna give it an Arvin score at the end of the video. So if you ever decide to buy or build a property like this, you won't make the same mistakes. I'm Arvin Haddad, I'm the How to Buy Mansion guy. Let's watch this one together.
This is Casa Rosada in Sayulita, Mexico.
I know what you're thinking. Where the hell is Sayulita? Mexico, half an hour north of Puerto Vallarta. I've been there 12 years ago. I originally went to Puerto Vallarta. We had a hotel there, and we decided to make a day trip to Sayulita, a hidden gem at the time, and it was absolutely charming. And we ended up booking a small little hotel so we can spend the night there.
Set along the vibrant coastline of the Pacific, where the jungle meets the ocean and you wake up every morning to the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. This home isn't just a place to stay, it's a true all-in experience. It's one of those homes when you're walking on the beach, you have to look up and stare for a little bit. It's a bold, blush-toned facade that feels both playful and refined. It's not just pink, it's a statement, a reflection of Sayulita's energy, its artistry, and its soul. During the day, the architecture opens up.
And at nighttime, you lock up and pray for your life. I'm kidding. It's actually really safe. There's been stuff happening outside of the city, but as far as I know, no major incidents in the actual town of Sayulita.
Soft textures, natural materials, and carefully curated design elements come together to create a space that feels very luxurious. Never overdone, but deeply intentional. Every line, every finish, every detail has been considered. It's the kind of place that mornings start slow, afternoons stretch endlessly, and the sunsets are some of the best you'll ever see. And today, we're going to show you exactly what it's like to stay here. Welcome to Casa Rosada. So welcome to the most beautiful house of Mexico, right here in Sayulita.
Wow, he broke the fourth wall. We just witnessed the birth of another mansion tour guy. This is it. This is how it starts, guys. This is it.
The tour begins at the entry courtyard, where a soft pink plaster facade immediately sets the tone. The walls aren't just painted, they're finished in a hand-troweled plaster.
Okay, before we actually jump into the courtyard, let's talk about the approach. You do have a driveway, but it's not private. And you're located in the north end of Sayulita, which is the most expensive part and the least busiest part. The good thing about this location is that it's still somewhat walkable to the town, but you don't get that foot traffic that you normally would get closer to town.
At the center, a fountain anchors the arrival moment. To the right, a staircase with large planters. And to the left, a dining area that is perfectly symmetrical.
Did you guys see what just happened? I talk about central courtyards on my channel all the time. 80% of the time, they're misusing it, but not over here, and I will tell you guys why. First of all, it's architecturally correct. It goes with the architecture, and you would somewhat expect in a kind of a Mexican hacienda to have the central courtyard, but they achieve so much with it. They first make sure that arrival experience, right? You don't really have a private driveway, so it sets the mood, kind of gives you an idea of what it is. You still get that wow factor of the ocean, but then you get the stairway out of the way, and you get your main dining table over here opening up to the central courtyard, so it would actually give functionality to the central courtyard. Absolutely beautiful, great execution.
From there, you walk into the main living room, and it just opens up completely. This is where the house really shifts. It honestly feels very Architectural Digest in the best way. Not stiff or overdone, just very open and effortless. The whole back of the room basically disappears with large doors, so the living space flows straight toward the pool. Sunsets from this spot right here are some of the most magical that I've ever seen. Step outside and the pool is really the main moment of the house. The deck is made of travertine, so it stays light and cool underfoot, and has a natural stone look that blends everything together, matching the sand. The infinity edge kind of melts into the view, so it feels like the water just keeps on going as an extension into the ocean.
The infinity edge is cool, but it's not the main element here. The coolest element here is that the steps continue into the water. And for a vacation home, that is absolutely amazing. But let's talk about the color palette. What a freaking ballsy move. It's never an easy choice to color your house pink or salmon or terracotta, whatever, right? It is very ballsy, but it pays off beautifully. In fact, the color palettes in this house does 90% of the heavy lifting. They're really not using expensive finishes, but most of it, the magic is being done by correctly color coding and paletting each room. Pay attention.
Around it, there are a few different hangout spots, sun loungers, shaded corners, places where you can just sit and not really do anything. The outdoor dining table sits really close to everything, just outside the kitchen. Right next to it is the grill setup, so it's very much built for long dinners outside. It's also where the house sets up for breakfast every morning.
Okay, let's talk about the backyard. It's not really that big and it's mostly hardscape, but it punches way above its weight, and let me tell you guys why. First, you have everything you really need. You have day beds at different locations. You have a whole barbecue area. You have outdoor dining. You've got it all, right? And your beach is really your extension of your backyard. So I would really cut them some slack for not having a lawn or anything like that. It just really transitions really easily, effortlessly to the freaking beach, which is gorgeous, and it's dead center, sunset view at its finest.
Inside, the kitchen is right off the outdoor spaces, so it feels very connected to both the inside and the main part of the home. It's clean and simple, but it really works well with the rest of the house. This is where the chef does his magic. Another incredible experience here was having a chef come and create an authentic but elevated taco dinner for us.
Can you spot what made this kitchen authentic? Pay attention. I'll give you guys 3 seconds. I always pause the frame and ask my subscribers to identify the flaws or the strength of a room so you get better at this. 3, 2, 1. If your answer was the banana leaf paintings on the wall, that was a detour to Beverly Hills Hotel. I don't consider that authentic. What made this kitchen authentic was the choice of not using a marble, infinity edge island in the middle and choosing a much cheaper vintage table in the center to give the room authenticity. In fact, in a lot of places in Mexico, people eat in the kitchen. That's what makes the room really cool. And they did a cool farmer sink with marble in the corner. So you still had that luxurious vibe and feel, but you grounded the room by that table.
Dining in the evening while the house lights up with a soft glow is such a great experience, especially with close friends. The table was set and the wine was chilled. Downstairs, you hit the yellow room, and the color shift is immediate. Its warm, soft yellow plaster makes the entire space feel cozy in the right way. The room works both as a bedroom and a lounge/movie room. It's super flexible.
That's great. You having a separate bedroom on the lower level is amazing. But what really is impressive is experiencing with another color palette, right? But again, it landed. It's a west-facing property. You're gonna have the sunset lighting up that yellow room, and it's gonna look great. Again, it's really interesting, and I admire when you take massive risks and they land. It's not easy, it requires a lot of experience and vision, and they've really delivered here again.
Now we're gonna head upstairs. There's a midpoint landing with a kids room. Even this transitional space feels very special because of the glass and the views. You can see straight out to the ocean. You never feel like it's just a hallway or in-between space. It feels like it was meant to be here.
The American code would require kids to wear parachutes. It's a little bit dangerous, and I don't know if it's a kid's room. Is it an office? Is it a kitchen? Is it a kid's sleeping area? Is it a homework area? Is it for your maid? I'm not sure, but it does feel good. I was looking at the property architecturally from the side, and it has this huge window, which is really not, authentic to the architectural style, but I'm all for it. So when I see something like that, I'm like, you better deliver, right? And they delivered the vibe and the energy. I just don't know what this room really is, right? I love when they take risk, right, and go against architectural style or interior design. You just have to land it. They landed, the look and feel and vibe of it, but the utility, I'm confused.
Each of the upstairs bedrooms has its own vibe, but they all share the same soft plaster, natural light, and indoor-outdoor feel. Bedroom number 1. This one opens up to an outdoor tub area, which feels really private. It's one of those spots where you can just step outside and it feels like your own little corner of the property.
Where the hell did you buy that bed from? Did it come with a free piñata? What the hell is that? I was just gonna say, the bathroom looks amazing, right? A risky choice of marble. That marble wouldn't work in 90% of homes, right? But in this house, it just shines. It fits like a glove. But then freaking bed. This is like picked up from a flea market in Tijuana. What the hell is that?
Second bedroom, bedroom number 2. This is a more flexible room with 2 beds, kind of set up for kids or extra guests. It's bright, airy, and really practical.
What the hell is up with the beds? Is this room for Saint Mohammed? You got like Christian and Moroccan themes together. Again, though, the marble match with the palette. Like, if one major prop you got to give the interior designer or the architect, whoever came up with the palette, is that they're experimenting massively and they're all landing, right? The marble match with the color of the walls, the whole, and the lighting in each room, right? Paying attention to the law orientation, where the natural light comes in, what color to choose. And taking massive risks, right? Who the hell paints the different rooms such, different colors and experiment like this and then landing it? Really, really cool, but they just have a horrible taste in beds.
Now for the main event, Summer's room. This primary bedroom is the most polished and calm. It's spacious but not overdone.
Also has an ugly bed. What is up with the beds?
There's a bathtub cut from one single piece of stone. The shower has views of the ocean, and this entire terrace opens up, giving you a panoramic view of the ocean, the mountains, up and down the beautiful Pacific Mexican coast.
This is great. So you got 2 bedrooms facing the water and another bedroom downstairs. So you got 3 bedrooms facing west. Really good. Again, and it's a small footprint home. I've seen mansions, $50 million, and they got like maybe half a football field of frontage on the ocean. They manage 2 bedrooms. You know, it's like impressive. You got to give it to them.
And lastly, the garden room. This one is also very special.
Yeah, it has a cardboard headboard. What the hell is this? Did you ask your kid to cut this out? Why does it look so cheap? Now imagine you go stay here and you accidentally break the bed. What would you do? Let me tell you a funny story. One of Trove's clients, the company, the biggest family office I've partnered with, had a client that loved to sleep with the windows open. And they go rent this presidential suite at an unidentified location I can't name. And in the middle of the night, the wind picks up and the curtain hits this vase right next to the window and breaks it. They immediately call downstairs and say, look, this just happened. It wasn't us. It was the wind. Like, sorry. And when they check out, Trove finds out that they have an extra charge of 6 figures for this vase. Without even discussing it with their client, they reach out to the hotel and investigate and find out that the hotel had the vase insured and convince them, using their leverage, 150 biggest families in the world, to take this charge out because it's not fair to that client. Now, if you already have a family office or you're planning to build your own family office and you want me to give a warm introduction to Trove so you can see how they can build and manage your family office for you, I would love to be that vessel for you. Here's the QR code, fill it out, and I will get in touch with you. Let's continue watching.
This one shows off the most nature. The outdoor shower and tub are surrounded by greenery, so it feels really open, but also very private. It's especially nice in the morning when everything is quiet and soft.
Again, nailed it. They're nailing the finishes. The interior designer, the person who furnished this house, not so much. Like, this property really could need some absolutely gorgeous art and furniture. It's pretty weak. It really is weak. The finish is super strong. The color palette absolutely set. I mean, look at this. Where'd you find this freaking marble to matte? I mean, it's absolutely stunning.
And this one also has a very nice walkout terrace as well.
Wait a minute. So you got 3 bedrooms facing the water? Well, 4 bedrooms, right? Am I counting right? There was 2 bedrooms on the other side, 1 over here and then 1 downstairs. You got 4 bedrooms with freaking ocean view. Amazing. Like, so good. Impressive.
As we head up even one more level, at the top of Casa Rosada is the rooftop. And this spot is really special as well. It's super simple, but that's what makes it work. You've got open space for yoga or a workout, and it feels completely unstructured in the best way. You're up above everything, so it's just you, the mountains wrapping around in the distance, and the ocean stretching out in each direction.
I don't know if yoga is the spot for. I mean, you got the freaking beach If you really want to do yoga, you're going to be doing it early in the morning on the beach. Why the hell would you come over here? And this doesn't really compete with the backyard. I would have much rather seen a vegetable garden, some element. Like you had the solar panel, you could have really gone that cooking experience. You could bring a chef, you can go pick your vegetables. You could have had another element. To me, again, I don't see any reason why I would want to hang out here on the rooftop deck when my view is better downstairs and I have everything I need, because I bet you they're not gonna have a bathroom up here either.
And then there's the part that everyone comes to Sayulita for, the beach. And this home has immediate beach access with a shower. It's a very easy walk down, and once you're there, the beach is perfect for surfing, long walks, or jumping into the ocean to cool off. This is what makes it a true beach house.
He's right about surfing. It's considered one of the easiest beaches for learning how to surf, probably second after Costa Rica. But the beach itself is slightly better than LA Beach. You could even argue parts of Laguna Beach and San Diego are nicer than this beach, the water quality I'm talking about, okay? But overall, the city and the town was super, super charming, and it was really untouched when I saw it, at least as far as my perspective. So they don't really show you the town, but at the time when I went, it was like one bar that you could go to, and everyone from the island would come and hang out there, and they had live musicians and everything. I just hope the same thing that happened to Tulum won't happen over here, because Tulum is absolutely disgusting now. And I'd gone there maybe 20 years ago, and it was like pitch black between, B Tulum and Casa Magna all the way to whatever wood fire restaurant. There was nothing. Literally, you couldn't see your hand in front of your eyes. And the last 2 times I've been there, probably 4 or 5 years ago, it was just a mess. It was insanity. So I really hope it doesn't go that mainstream, because to me, the whole element of it was its charm. Okay, let's give it an Arvin score. Location. I'm going to give it a 7, and I'll tell you guys why. To me, Sayulita is a 6, but this is the best oceanfront location that is also walking distance to the town. And for that reason, it's going to get a 7. Lot quality. Look, it had a mild slope, and it wasn't the biggest lot, but the width on the beach was just right, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a 6.5. Lot utilization. You had a shared driveway. You didn't have much of a frontage or a motor court for that matter, but you did have that internal courtyard that gave you that arrival experience. Your side setbacks were all right. Your backyard was average. I'm going to give it a 6. Privacy. Look, we're in Mexico and you're beachfront. Now, there's a little bit walkway right next to the beach that I believe it's open to the public. Now, I don't think it's really busy, but the neighbors around you could use it to go to the beach. And for that reason, I can't give it anything more than a 6.5. Lot orientation. You're west facing, right on the money for the sunset. I'm going to give it a 7. Architectural style, I would qualify it as the perfect contemporary hacienda, like 50-50. But that color palette of pink gave it so much authenticity. This is perhaps one of the best examples of use of color to make rooms and architectural style work and be more desirable. So I think it was an excellent execution. And for that reason, I'm going to give them a 9. Views. Ocean view, you really didn't have a focal point except for the sunset, but you get that anywhere west facing. I'm going to give it an 8. Layout. They really nailed this one. From the arrival experience, the wow factor, the architectural elements that they used for the layout was authentic to the architectural style. The bedroom distribution was absolutely fantastic. The indoor-outdoor connectivity was amazing. I'm going to give it a 10. Scale and volume. Look, it was very proportional. Most rooms and spaces were just right for the scale of the house, and that wasn't that big, so I have to give it a 6. Finishes. This was really impressive because they didn't break the bank. They didn't use marble when they didn't have to. They used mosaic. They used other material when it was appropriate. They really focused on how each room was being lit by natural light and followed that lead and created amazing rainbow of different palettes and colors. And they landed almost all of them. The furniture sucked, but the actual finishes, you take the furnishing out, furnish that with beautiful vintage furniture and art, I think the house will level up significantly. For that reason, and for that effort without really spending the money, I'm going to give them an 8.5. Now, here's the Arvin score. Here's a house I absolutely roasted. This is the QR code for Trove, and this is the QR code for the Inner Circle. If you're building your dream home, you want me to be there helping you make each 500 decision that you have to make, I would love to have that honor. Fill out the form. I'll get in touch. See you guys in the comments.